Coming up this week on Winchester Deadly Passion. Spring is in the air, and for Melissa Bachman, that can mean only one thing: turkeys. And if you love to hear a good gobble in the morning, then there is maybe no better place on the planet than the Roost Lodge in Central Nebraska. With an abundance of birds, this unique location offers both Merriam and Rios for those on a quest to harvest their turkey grand slam. So buckle up. The next stop, Turkey Nirvana.
I love hunting in the spring, but one of the places I had always wanted to go is Nebraska for turkeys. And one of the reasons why, there are a lot of turkeys, but not every place is created equal. In fact, we were headed to the Roost, and where it's at, they actually have both species of turkey, which is very uncommon. They have true blood Rios and also Merriams.
We're in the north central part of Nebraska, north of Broken Bow, Nebraska, just at the very beginning of the Sand Hills. We're kind of on a fine line here where we are able to offer both species, and the terrain that we have is completely different. We have creek bottoms and river bottoms, hills and canyons and cropland. So, our different species are on different properties, and whatever species you're looking for, we can get out and find them.
One of the coolest parts about my job is sometimes I get to bring people along. Now on this upcoming hunt to Nebraska was a little different scenario than normal. The NWTF in Winchester teamed up and they actually did a giveaway for someone to come join me on the hunt. Now I had no idea who was gonna win the hunt, and I got a call that Jereme Odum won the hunt and we were going to Nebraska together.
I thought it was a great opportunity to get somebody new out here and maybe get him on film trying to harvest a turkey, and what a great guy. Super fun, easy going, and just went right along with everything we were doing.
Now I had never met Jereme before, but I figured he's a hunter, he's gonna be a lot of fun. I was really excited to meet him. We all kind of sat around, enjoyed our time together, and that next morning, we were going out hunting.
If you haven't been to Nebraska, I'd really recommend it. The turkey hunting can be really good if you catch it just right, and you'll see a bunch of turkeys. You're not hunting the woods, so you can drive around and you can see turkeys all day long out in the fields, and you can hear them, and you can make a lot of moves on them, and you can really have fun getting out there and hunting.
It's not every day that you get to go out with this many people turkey hunting, but I knew we were gonna have a pretty good shot. Now Jereme was gonna be calling along with Jim, and both Jereme Odum and I, we were gonna be the hunters plus my cameraman. So we had a pretty big crew out there, but as soon as we got out there, we heard gobbles everywhere. I mean, there are turkeys all over, and you could see the sign, you could hear the turkeys, and we got right into them. Now the trouble is, we got right into the jakes.
There was a heck of a hatch of jakes this last year, and they're ganging up in groups of 4 and 5, and if a tom seemed to gobble too much, the jakes were always coming in and chasing them off before he could make it to us, and the toms were real leery of the jakes this year, so it made it a lot tougher.
So finally, we had seen a couple fanned out in a field, and we thought, there we go. So we snuck around, got set up, Jereme started calling, Jereme Odum and I, we were on it, and all of a sudden these two birds just come flying in. Okay, Jereme said they're coming. They're running, they're coming right towards us. Your side, you're right. 1, 2, just wait, let them go. They're closed. Okay,
jakes, they're jakes. Don't do it.
We were so excited, we didn't even realize they were jakes. They had never gone into full strut, and they were coming in so hard, we both almost squeezed the trigger.
When I saw them two come running, I mean, we thought they were long bears.
I was ready.
They were on a dead sprint. You're like, I'll take the one on my side, you get yours.
You see how white the head was?
Oh,
On
it
the
was
left?
awesome.
Yeah.
You know what? I don't think in my whole life I've ever seen this many jakes come to a setup in one day.
It's crazy. I mean, it's a lot of jakes here.
It's been pretty sweet, so hopefully tomorrow we can walk home with a couple dead birds.
That's what I'm hoping for.
Until then, I'm ready to get up.
Yeah, let's go.
This segment was brought to you by Sportsman's Alliance. Our heritage, our fight. Protecting hunting from coast to coast.
Did you know that the Sportsman's Alliance has been working to introduce kids to the outdoors for more than a decade? Their Trailblazer Adventure program has shared the joy of hunting, fishing, and trapping with more than 1.8 million kids and their families in all 50 states. Just another fun fact showing how sportsmen and women are helping make a difference. For people that are involved in the NWTF and are trying to get their slam, it's really important to try to go after the different subspecies of turkeys. Now here in Nebraska, we were going to have both the Merriams and a Rio to go after. Now those Merriams, well, I love them. They've got the beautiful, beautiful white tips, really are pretty birds. And of course you also have hybrids. So on this trip, well, I wasn't worried about what kind of turkey I was going to go after. I just wanted a big old Tom gobbling right in my face. But Jereme, he was sort of holding out for a Merriam. Now he didn't say he had to have a Merriam, but if it worked out, that'd be okay for him.
Jereme's hunt was one of the ones that was a lot tougher. We had spotted the turkey across the canyon and we worked around over there and then we went down into a bottom and he was just kind of feeding our way and we just didn't quite get set up in time and he went up the hill and joined the other turkeys that he was with.
So all of us grouped up, we went after this turkey and we just kept getting too far behind him. He wasn't by himself, he was with other jakes, but he was holding his ground, so this was a tough old bird.
We worked back up on top and found him again and we tried fanning him in up there and that didn't work and they started working back down into a bottom, so we bailed off the edge and we got down into the bottom just barely in time.
We got set up under a tree. I was filming right over the top of Jereme. Martin was on the other side, and all of a sudden, here come the turkeys. First, the jakes started coming through. We had turkeys all over, and finally, that big old long beard stuck his head out, and he was just a little bit far. He was a little over 50, 60 yards, and I knew Jereme was a great shot, and in the first time that that bird stood inside of probably 50 yards, well, he's probably gonna get shot.
They came up and saw something they didn't quite like. But the tom just got a little too close.
Jereme made a great shot. He dropped this turkey and you couldn't have seen it any better. It was so exciting to be right there watching the entire thing unfold, and Jereme just took off running after the shot, and I thought, wait a minute guys, wait for me.
I get just as excited sitting behind the tree calling a turkey and listening to him come in. I could care less whether anybody shoots it or not. We could sit there and just watch them and watch them go by. It's just, if that doesn't get your blood pumping, you know, I don't know what would.
This segment was brought to you by Boss Buck. For the most user-friendly and dependable feeder on the market, choose Boss Buck feeders. Now you're getting serious. Winchester Deadly Passion is presented by Cuddy Back Digital. More deer, fewer blanks. hard-hitting Easton arrows, Hunter's safety system, Winchester repeating arms, Analogics, protect your deer herd with the power of science. Scent Killer Gold with Hunt Dry technology. Apply it, dry it, and go hunt. Rage Broadheads, leading the evolution in lethal technology. Sportsman's Alliance, protecting hunting from coast to coast. Engel Coolers, the original high-performance cooler company. And Golden Triangle Whitetail, your hunt of a lifetime awaits.
There's one way that you know you're at an incredible turkey destination, and that's when they tell you you don't even have to get up early. That's like music to my ears. Are you kidding? We don't have to be out there at dark 30? Not the case. So the first couple mornings, as soon as it got light, that's when we started heading out. Well, now we were getting down to the wire, and I thought, you know what? How about dark 30? I'm not much for getting up early, but we might need to do it because now I'm up, I've got a turkey to go after, and it is literally the perfect time. I mean, these gobblers are going crazy, and as we were coming in, we had spotted two more beautiful white tip birds, and we had a pretty good idea where they had roosted, or pretty close. So we thought, you know what? We'll try it. It's not a standard tradition at the roost, and everybody knows you kind of get to sleep in early and get spoiled, but we were gonna go out there and we were gonna give it a try.
So we get set up in the trees, and you know, the hens and the gobblers were going off, and it was just getting light, and they were just getting ready to pitch down, and somehow we managed to set up right underneath a Jake, and had no idea it was there, and he pitched down out in front of us, and wasn't even scared. He just walked right up to the hen and started introducing himself to her.
Now we had the perfect setup because we had a live Jake, we had a hen, and all the other turkeys were probably 80 yards up. As they started pitching down, all I could see were just hens everywhere, and they were making their way right to us.
All the hens kind of came around the corner and saw him there, and you know, they weren't on high alert or anything. They were still, you know, a little skeptical about coming. But once that Jake started messing with the hen decoy and started making a little noise, those old gobblers came running.
And here they come. Well, as here they come, well, there goes my heart. My heart's just pounding out of my chest. I can barely breathe, and I know some people don't think that turkey fever is real, but I can promise you my heart rate gets about as high as if it was a huge buck. So we've got these big gobblers in, they're running around, they're all kind of ducking around, and honestly, not easy timing to get a shot. Now I had two tags, so I'm starting to think, okay, do I line them up and try to get them together? Okay, need to make sure I don't get that one. Trying to sort all this out, and all of a sudden, they start kind of leaving, and I think, oh, I blew it. I missed my shot. So I let a shot go, and well, that's about what I did, is let a shot go.
Well, it's been a tough morning so far. We had two huge gobblers come in, and well, they ended up escaping. I thought maybe I'd hit one, but we looked everywhere for them. Finally ended up glassing on the skyline. Both those toms were strutting again with all those hens, so they're just fine. So it's getting a little bit warmer. We're gonna head to a couple different areas, try calling. We've got tons and tons of turkeys out here, but still frustrating. They were beautiful, just snow white birds, and it all just happened perfectly. But it's the way it goes sometimes, but at least he's okay, and hopefully we can move on and get another one.
Tip of the week is brought to you by Field & Stream. Trusted brands, timeless traditions.
When it comes to using your cuttybacks, there are many choices for you to consider. The biggest decision is what type of flash module is best for your setup. Is it a long-range IR, a flash, or a black flash? There's no set right or wrong answer. However, I believe the best way for you to decide is to actually understand the features and benefits of each option so you can make an informed decision and get the best photos possible. Before we break down each element, also note that the new Cuddyback multi-flash cameras feature interchangeable flash modules that allow you to choose between color, IR, and black flash technology. So now you get to buy one camera and have the ability to swap out all these other options on the fly so you can accommodate every possible situation. First, we'll start with the benefits of a flash. If you're someone who wants color photos both day and night, then this is the best option for you. With a 50-foot flash range, you get the highest quality images and virtually no motion blur day or night. Next, the long-range IR gives you over 2 watts of IR illumination power and up to 100 feet of infrared flash range with no visible light seen unless you're looking directly at the IR LEDs. I really like using this in locations where the deer trails may be a little further away and less predictable, like on a field edge or over an area with numerous trails, as you're getting the longest illumination range. Now, if you enjoy putting your cameras in video mode like I do, you'll appreciate the IR's ability to capture amazing night videos that you may have otherwise missed. Let's face it, during the rut, many of those big bucks are nocturnal, and if you want to get a really good look at a buck up close and personal and in their natural setting, well, nothing beats the video mode of a cuttyback. Plus, you get a photo too. The night images are black and white, and the day images are color. Lastly, we're moving on to the non-glow IR black flash technology. The black flash technology means no visible infrared flash for animals or humans to see, and over 2 watts of IR illumination power for a flash range of over 50 feet. My favorite application for a black flash is for surveillance purposes around your property, or even to capture images in high traffic location or public land, so other hunters are less likely to find your camera location. The night images are black and white, and the day images are color. So in the end, you need to look at what type of flash module is best for your setup. And if you can't decide, well, there's always the new cuttyback multi-flash cameras that allow you to have the best of all worlds all in one camera.
Winchester Deadly Passion is presented by Winchester, the American legend. Matthews Archery, catch us if you can. Field and Stream, where traditions begin. ScoutLookWeather.com. Download the free Deer Log app for your smartphone. Reinhardt, the best archery targets in the world. Sure Shot Jewelry. Check out the Melissa Bachman collection today. And Boss Buck, for the most user-friendly and dependable feeder on the market. Now you're getting serious. Closed captioning is brought to you by Cuttyback Digital. Upgrade to Cuttyback and your images will never look better.
Now, the good thing about hunting Nebraska turkeys, well, they're in an abundant supply around there. There are a lot of turkeys. Now it was midday, the sun was out high. We thought probably not going to be the best chances to call in a turkey, but we're just going to get up here, we're going to do a couple calls, see if we get a response. We got a response.
We'd heard some gobbles, and we were kind of confused on where to go, and actually got an eyeball on a turkey from, he was a half a mile away or better. And we thought, what the heck, we'll just try and call, see if they can even hear us. And once they started responding, and one of the gobblers actually kind of made a little move towards us, we knew he was coming.
Now we've got a bird that's been gobbling all the way up on the hills, probably 500-600 yards out. But he's been going crazy, so we just set up here. We've got one area in the shade. We've got kind of a rise in this, but there's not a lot of options here, so this will have to work.
Now, of course, we were hunting with a pretty big group of people. That's probably not normal, but there's things you can learn from it. And of course, a turkey's eyesight, it's incredible. But as soon as we got to a spot, every one of us would look for a couple things. We wanted shade and we wanted cover. So we all got set up. I'm by a tree, Jim's right over me, Jeremy's over here, and he's calling and calling, and this bird's coming in. And all of a sudden, I see that tip of the fan come over the edge, and I think, oh, thank goodness. A turkey, I'm gonna make one great shot, no big deal. And I missed. I don't know where I hit, way low, whatever. I shot again, missed, shot, boom, I got him. Now, that was 3 shots and some pretty poor shooting on my behalf, but I just took off as fast as I could. Jeremy just busted out of there because I wasn't sure if he went down right over the edge or if he was way out there. As soon as we got over, there was my turkey, and I was happy. Yep, not the best shooting on earth, but I get excited when it comes to turkeys.
Wow, look at that, beautiful.
turkey.
That is awesome. That's all I could see as he was just cresting over that hill. I'm like, oh, please do not get nervous. Keep calm.
It took him some time. He came a long ways to get to us.
Yeah, he did. That's some awesome calling.
Yeah.
It worked out.
It worked.
Yes, it did.
It was just an awesome trip. And that's really what it's about. It's about going to places, yes, having good hunting, having great wild game to eat, that's all awesome. But it's meeting all these new people, having a wonderful time, and becoming friends for a lifetime. It's not just a turkey hunting destination anymore. I look at it as another family, another group of friends that I can go visit in Nebraska anytime, and it just so happens they've got phenomenal turkey hunting.
This episode, Melissa and Jereme were hunting with Jim and Jereme Kuhn of the Roost Lodge. To book your Nebraska turkey hunt, visit onegreathunt.com and tell them Melissa sent you. Follow Melissa on Twitter at Melissa Bachman, on Facebook at facebook.com/Winchester Deadly Passion, and Instagram at Melissa_Bachman for behind-the-scenes footage, photos, giveaways, and much more.